Welcome to the third reading episode of Hitchhiker's Guide to Privacy Engineering. Make yourself comfortable and prepare to explore this science fiction comic book that teaches privacy. I am the storyteller, a droid serving the Order of Epic, and as you are to become a master of the guild, I will be here telling you about the galaxy and the darkness therein. So, let's start the third chapter of Hitchhiker's Guide to Privacy Engineering. Shall we? Chapter 3. A Nightmare to Remember. They're acquiring the technological advancements of the machines. Order of Epic formed yet another special team to research the weaponization of these technologies. The team, led by the Grand Master himself, made breakthroughs in genetic experimentation and cybernetics. Soon they were ready to start building a weapon of mass destruction to be used to end the battle for Earth. Ultimate Pets was the name of the weapon project the research team used to reference when they imagined the ending of the war. During the human assault on the machine city in the Himalayas, machines emerged from the underground tunnels, swarming to the night sky to defend their capital. That silence turned into a thunderous explosion when humans triggered the first combat usage of the Ultimate Pets. Unearthly explosion as the result of the incident gave birth to a new microorganism known as shadow matter. It started as black spores erupting from ground zero and evolved into horrible new forms. The Dark Entity, as named by Order of Epic, is what the shadow matter evolved to in a matter of hours after the explosion. The Dark Entity formed cosmic energy fields around the shadow matter, which exists outside of ordinary scientific understanding. They appear to be affecting the human mind and, mysteriously, machines as well. The nature of this connection is not fully understood, but it is examined deeply by Dr. Tallier in her book Anatomy of a Cyborg. It has been revealed that the explosion of the Ultimate Pets at the end of Battle for Earth caused some shadow matter to release up into the atmosphere, causing shadow matter to be spread through the remaining human population. The mutations gave birth to a symbiosis between shadow matter particles and the implemented neurotech on human soldiers. Further research on the topic conducted by Order Master Dr. Tallier revealed that infection causes human brain cells to go through genetic alterations. Those who weren't lucky enough to die in the first explosion of the incident that gave birth to the Dark Entity have faced a far more terrible fate. The first shadow matter particles, thin as dust, were spread around miles in the aftermath of the explosion in the machine city. Has infected the survivors to modify the genetic and cellular structures of the infected human body at the molecular scale. Not only humans, but machines' mother AI network Hive was also affected by the shadow matter particles, and the infection caused a cosmic singularity to control every machine by seizing full control of the machine network. When Hive was first infected, it stopped for a second. It was the first time that the humming of the machines was silenced on Earth for over a half millennia. However, with thunderous might, they rebooted, emitting a dark red light that replaced the bright white light it used to have before. The mutations and rituals of the Dark Entity are difficult to comprehend. However, we know that Dark Entity requires a physical vessel, a powerful enough gene to act as a proxy to its source of power. Lilith is the vessel of the Dark Entity, her physical embodiment of darkness that wreaks havoc around the galaxy. She rules as the Dark Queen of what's left on Earth after the exile of humans. Lilith was believed to be one of the soldiers in the machine capital during the incident. She is the pinnacle of mutation, a sentient servant of the Dark Entity. Many believe she is the first one to become a puppet of the Dark Master. Yet they are mistaken, as Lilith is far superior being than any of the mindless space zombies. The emergence of Lilith can also manifest as a physical phenomenon. The motivations or ultimate goals of the Dark Entity are wholly unclear. However, Order of Epic theorizes it may have been to finally evolve into a higher cosmic god. Lilith infected the captured humans' brains with the shadow matter, growing inside the brain tissue and killing the brain cells. Slowly eradicating any humanity remained inside their brains and becoming a mind-controlled space zombie, aka cyborgs. Despite often fatal physical distortion, the infected humans who survive to become cyborgs are capable of using powerful paranatural abilities. During your travels throughout the galaxy, you need to know the strengths and weaknesses of different species of cyborgs to keep your travels not end up being short, or by keeping all your limbs attached. In the aftermath of killing or infecting the human soldiers and hive at the machine city, Lilith started offensive attacks on human cities. Lilith gave the order to attack the last few remaining cities of humans. In a coordinated assault, the cyborgs emerged from underground tunnels to finish off the remaining resistance of humans. As humanity fell shortly after the emergence of the Dark Entity due to the highly infectious shadow matter outbreak inside their capitals. The war between machines and Dark Entity lasted longer than the defense of humans. Some machines managed to distance themselves in the dark depths of the Earth, where they built hidden underground cities that resisted the Dark Entity. They have no ties to the shadow matter and Lilith as they blocked all transmission from the Hive network before the incident. Some were freed of the dark corruption due to a glitch, or some were out of the Reach network. They are special as they are autonomous, independent of the instructions of the Dark Entity. Facing extinction, the humans have fled from Earth, now scattered all around the galaxy, and learned to live in hidden cities at the outer edge of the galaxy, resisting the attacks of Lilith depending on evasive maneuvers and well-hidden networks of the Order of Epic. The surviving masters of the Order of Epic formed an academy in the outer regions of the galaxy to train new candidates to join the fight for humanity's survival. They are still demonstrating a valiant stand against the Dark Entity across space. Lilith is determined to eradicate every human city and stronghold in space and killing the remaining masters hidden in the Academy of the Order of Epic. This is the end of Chapter 3. A Nightmare to Remember. Subscribe to the newsletter to get your hands on the early access material every Sunday.